Minutes gone past the 4 o'clock hour. My name is Maryann Okon. Let's talk about electoral reforms. Yes, the National Assembly has put out a statement talking about the fact that they will be concluding their amendments of the Electoral Act of 2022 by December. Tonight, we're tackling a major development in our country's electoral architecture as our National Assembly pushes to amend the Electoral Act. They said their job will be done in December, obviously, with the goal that the new law takes effect for the 2027 elections. What does this matter to you as a person? You know, I asked this question yesterday. You, the voter. Because these amendments, whether we like it or not, may reshape how votes are being cast in the next elections. And we're talking about governors crisscrossing and hobnobbing, left, right, and center. It's going to also determine how these results are transmitted and how disputes will be resolved going forward. It's also potentially going to talk about altering the balance between fairness and manipulation. So, over the next 15 minutes before we go on our first break, I want us to talk through, what changes are on the table, if we even know what the changes are, what trade-offs those changes will bring for us in the electoral process going forward. Also, what you, the citizen, would prefer to see as part of our new Electoral Act after it's been amended. Now, at the end of this conversation, I'm really hoping that I'll leave you with sharper questions to demand from your lawmakers and your leaders. Maybe your representatives. You know what I'm saying? But we're live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Join the conversation. This is going to be more educational than anything else. So don't be left out. Let's pay close attention. If you belong to any CSO and you've been part of the amendments, or you've been pushing for anything in that regard, this is the best time to join the conversation. My name is Maryann Okon, by the way. Welcome to the show. Now, here's some factual items that we must consider. Okay. Yesterday, the Senate leader, Okoyemi Bamidele, had said that the amendments must be completed by December. So whatever it is that we're doing, we have to make hay between now and December. These are some of the proposed changes that they are pushing for. Making electronic transmission of results mandatory in order to ensure that results go live from polling units upwards. Also, they're proposing that allowing other identification options apart from the PVC be used, because beavers don't strictly depend on PVC microchips, okay? For example, we have the NIN, our international passports, birth certificates, etc., etc. These are some of the things that they're pushing for in the new amendment. It also is pushing to criminalize fraudulent practices around result sheets and unstamped ballot papers. In other words, there will be penalties for presiding or coalition officers under Section 71, subsection 2 of the Electoral Act, etc. It also is pushing that there's this rationale where it will push to prevent last-minute scrambles, reduce court deadlocks, these things that have distorted our election calendar, that we have different elections at different times and not all at the same time. It would also push for improved transparency. But there are risks, possible new loopholes like tech failures, which will always be with us. Or several other, maybe coercion of electoral officials. I don't know. There are some risks, but this amendment is supposed to reduce those risks. I don't know if this sounds like progress to you, or maybe there are other things you'd like to push for. Like my guest on Monday said that we need to cancel out this coalition of centers and just announce results at polling units, and that's it. And that's the same result that's going to be, on the screen for everyone who's watching from right across the country. So I don't know if this sounds like progress to you, or if you have other things that you want to push. But if we have those things that we want to push, who are we pushing it through? Because there are NGOs like Plaque, Yaga Africa, Situation Room. These are people who have continuously sat in those hearings and written, petitions and sent stuff to the National Assembly to push for some of these electoral reforms. So let's talk concerns. Let's talk about how much of this electoral reforms we're privy to. Do we even know that there is an amendment going on? How interested are you in the process to start with? Because it's not enough to call Nigeria Info and talk about the fact that, our politicians need to do this. How engaged are we? Are we tunnel vision in making sure that this goes through, and it goes through in the interest of all and sundry, and not just the guys who sit there on the floor of the National Assembly? So which reforms do you support most? Is it the electronic results transmission, alternate IDs, stricter penalties, or maybe something else? I'd also like to know, do you fear that mandating result transmission will make technology a new attack vector? Should the law include a mandatory cooling period, for amendments, so change can't be made too close to elections, like what we're trying to do right now? And do you believe, as a Nigerian, that any amendments must be constitutionally entrenched, so it's harder to change, to avoid future abuse? Let's talk. The reason why I'm having this conversation is because I don't think that we're engaged enough to understand what's happening on the floor of the National Assembly, except we bring the headlines and then we all scream about it. But how engaged are we, and what changes do we need to see? I'm gonna also talk about, let's just do a quick deep dive. I have some time. Let's talk about technology versus human checks. I had this conversation with Mr. Peter Ame on Monday. If you force electronic result transmission, do we also mandate backup paper trails, audits, or a parallel system? If a results server is hacked, how do we validate? That's one question. Also, let's talk about nationwide capacity and infrastructure. INEC told us stories. We gave them a big budget. They delivered this little. Many rural areas, whether we like it or not, have weak connectivity. They have power issues. Even in these, I don't know if you have lights now safe in your house. That's one. Would mandating this transmission of results disenfranchise these kinds of areas, especially the hinterlands? Should there be more flexibility in some of these zones that have poor, semi-poor infrastructure? Also, this issue of identification and inclusion, that, let's not, if you don't have PVC, you can't still vote. How do we police that process? For example, if PVC becomes non-compulsory and NIN or birth certificates are now the things that we're going to use to vote in the elections, does this widen access or open doors to fraud? Which IDs should we be trusting as part of this process? Should eligibility rules also differ by state or by region, or should it be across the board? Let's talk also about the issue of deterrence and penalties, because it looked like we had to scream and kick for INEC to actually allow for some people to be penalized, for example. And it's always very difficult to get evidence, isn't it? So new and stricter penalties could actually, if you ask me, deter this malfeasance that we see every other day when it comes to our elections. But do we also need stronger oversight? And who are the people that will do it? Do we need independent audits, real sanctions, or neutral electoral commission empowered to prosecute? Do you remember under the Buhari administration where we were asking for election tribunals to be totally different from, but then do we have the manpower to make that happen? These are some of the things that I want us to have as part of the conversation. I don't want you to just call me and nag. Let's talk from a place of knowing. Okay? Let's talk about timing and transition. Should any amendment take effect immediately, or should we phase it and stagger it? Also, what happens to local governments and party primaries in the interim? And those off-cycle elections that we have. How do we... Because you see, there's no how you say, let's bring back the calendar to what it used to be. That people will not feel that, but my tenure has been cut short. We're going to have a lot of problems. How do we deal with all of those things? Let's talk about, finally, before I open up the phone lines, I need you guys to join the conversation. Change, stability versus flexibility. Should electoral laws be harder to amend close to elections? Should there be freeze periods like I asked before? So maybe we have like changes happening between X months to this month, and then we should, just like INEC does that staggered, registration process, which I think it's stupid. I think that there should be, if we say it is continuous voter registration, just like everybody turns 18 every other day and goes to get a driver's license, and the portal's never closed, that should be the case for INEC. Shouldn't that also be part of what we're pushing for? Let's talk Lagos. We're talking the ongoing amendment of the Electoral Act of 2022. How invested are you? Do you even know what's happening? Do you know what's on the table? And for the things that I've put out to you now, because this is a conversation between you and I, we're educating ourselves. Which is more interesting to you, or which are the things that you think have been left out? And with the things that they're amending already, because it's a tad bit late, they are amending it now. And conversations are being had, deliberations are being had on the floor of the National Assembly. Which ones should we be pushing for the most? And let's also talk about the ones that they've already placed on the table. How would it affect us? Would it bring any form of changes in the interim, or is it just going to be business as usual? 0201 277 0993 0201 465 7190. Join the conversation on Facebook and on YouTube. We're live, nigeriainfo.fm. Go ahead and join the conversation there. Facebook.com/nigeriainfo.fm. On WhatsApp, it's 08095975 Join the conversation. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon, Pino.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the merchant man. I think, first of all, I would start by asking if these people will be patriotic enough to push for all these reforms, because probably a popular reform will push most of them out of their seats. But if I will start with anyone, I think that electronic transmission of results is paramount. Then the next one is announcement of results in the wee hours of the night. The one they normally make pronouncement of the result around 3 a.m. when they know people will be in their sleep. Then another one is inauguration of contentious presidential candidates. When the matter is still in court, we see inauguration. At the end of the day, the person who has been cheated of that particular election will not have any other power to do anything, because by the time you inaugurate a presidential candidate whose election is questionable, the opponent will not have any other power to fight him. At the end of the day, after the inauguration, that will be a closed case. So, just like I asked Abinishu, would they be patriotic enough to push for these reforms, because it will definitely make them to lose their second tenure. Thank you very much, my sister.
Thank you, Merchant Man. But then you see, that's the thing. We push every responsibility that's supposed to be ours to the lawmakers. They yes, they might be saying, "I'm doing this in your interest," but how many of us got interested? Because it's the pressure that you put. They called for papers. They called for people to make imputes. How many of us got interested in it? Because it's the pressure that you mount on your lawmakers that get them to push for whatever it is that you want them to push for, even if it goes against their constituents. Take, for example, the guys in the Congress in the US. I'm going to use it. Yeah. Half the time, the deals that they cut, they have to make sure they cut those deals in the best interest of the people that are their constituents. Because if they do not, they risk losing those seats. And that's because the people in their constituencies are not, they don't just shrug their shoulders and say, yeah, whatever it is. They're on their cases. They're always involved, one way or the other, and they make it known to those people who represent them. In Nigeria, is that the case? Do you know where your constituency office is or the senatorial district office of your senator is? Have you ever sent a paper? Have you ever written a petition? So is there a push from us to even ask for these things to happen? I don't know. We're going to take a break. When we return from that break, David is here with some information for us. When we come back from that break, we're still looking. I will go over some of these amendments that are very out there for us. And then, of course, I want to hear your thoughts. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
I am Malario, the king of malaria parasites. My mission is simple: to take over your body, to cause fever, chills, headache. But one thing stands in my way. Come on.
Effective relief from malaria. Comal on. Malaria gone. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult doctor.
It's the choices you make that set you apart from being good to being great. My choice? Nivea Men Deep Body Lotion with Max Tech, powered by Black Carbon. Gives you both dark wood fragrance and 48-hour moisture. And my other top choice for all-day freshness, Nivea Men Deep Roll-On for 72-hour protection and fragrance with Max Tech, powered by Black Carbon. Skin is for playing it smart. Nivea is for skin.
This is what goodness tastes like. Golden caramel, creamy buttermint, and rich coffee. There's a Cadbury candy for every moment.
Cadbury Caramel, Cadbury Coffee, Cadbury Buttermint. Sweet, smooth, and full of flavor. Whether you're chilling at home or on the move, there's a Cadbury candy for every mood.
There's a Cadbury candy for every moment.
The energy from breakfast doesn't last my child the whole day. By halftime, your champ will be low on energy. That's why break time is the right time to refuel with the nourishing Milo drink.
Keep your champ in the game with a Milo drink in their lunchbox. It's made from the goodness of malt, milk, cocoa, and contains iron and calcium. Milo drink has a great taste your champs will love and a nourishing energy to help them make the most of every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Think Canada Fair 2025 Lagos edition.
This October, you can take an important step towards the future at the Think Canada Education Fair 2025.
Meet representatives from Canadian universities and colleges. Receive guidance from certified Canadian immigration consultants. Learn about scholarships, study loans, visa counseling, and admission support. All provided free of charge.
If you are a parent, this fair gives you the clarity and trusted guidance you need to support your child's dream. If you are a student with WAEC, NECO, first degree, this is your chance to explore real pathways to study in Canada.
The Think Canada Education Fair is happening at the Sheraton Hotel, Maryland, Ikeja, Lagos.
On Thursday, October 16th.
From 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. and entry is free.
Register today at www.thinkcanadafair.com.
Think Canada Fair 2025, one student at a time.
This one where you dey share Coke and Fanta today. What's it happen?
My guy, you never hear them say 35cl plastic bottle don't drop to 300 naira.
300 naira. No be 350 with the buy am before. Yes, so the price don't change. Now 300 naira now. Meaning say you dey save 50 naira for every bottle. This one, now reach small price, big refreshment. Oh yeah, my guy, you say take one bottle.
No lose guard, grab your favorite 35cl plastic bottle for Coke, Fanta or Sprite for just 300 naira for any store for your side. Promo go end when I will finish Coca-Cola. Real wonder.
What does it really mean to live limitless? It's a surgeon in Gombe leading a procedure in Lagos. It's SMEs showing up every day, pushing through the odds. It's students in remote towns streaming global lectures in real time. It's you making big moves in London while chilling by the pool in Abeokuta. It's power. It's freedom. It's mounting a router outside and connecting it inside for super fast internet. It's Airtel 5G Smart Connect. Enjoy unlimited data for limitless living with Airtel 5G Smart Connect. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to get yours. Airtel.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
Bro, have you heard?
What?
The Fanta and Sprite are now available in 60cl plastic bottles. And it's for the same price. 500 naira.
Omo! Bring me 2 bottles. 1 Fanta for me, 1 Sprite for my friend. 60cl plastic bottle, right?
You heard right. Fanta and Sprite are now available in 60cl plastic bottles for the same price of 500 naira. That's 20% more Fanta and Sprite for free. Grab the new 60cl bottle today. Enjoy extra refreshment.
New Lafarge water shield cement now confirm. Number 1 waterproof cement for Niger. Yeah. Ogbonge cement for waterlogged areas. Number 1 waterproof cement for Niger. Hey. New Lafarge water shield cement number 1. Number 1. New Lafarge waterproof cement now confirm. 1 time. Put full stop for water wahala. With Lafarge water shield cement, water go collect. If water jam house, or the shit, Lafarge, na confirm. Cement, new Lafarge water shield cement, na confirm.
Put full stop for water wahala.
Africa is all connected. With Turkish Airlines FlyFest, fly to Europe, to America, and to Istanbul at special prices. Book your ticket until December 15th for flights between September 15th and December 15th. For details, please visit TurkishAirlines.com. Turkish Airlines.
Two giants don't join body, the better we they see. Salam Alliance, Salam Alliance, we there for you. Salam Alliance, your future sure. From Lagos to Kano, Port Harcourt to Jos, insurance we sure. No be luck, no be dust. Now we hold Naija made, he's solid like a rock. When life won't test you, they can hold you like luck. Whether for your life, whether for your business, got to cover. Live with confidence, live with confidence, walk with confidence, live with confidence, live with confidence, live with confidence, walk with confidence, live with confidence.
Salam Alliance, 2 giants, 1 future. For Nigeria by Nigerians. Salam Alliance, live with confidence.
Omo, you dey find where you fit bet sharply and cash out anytime.
iLotBet dey here. Come iLotBet. Football.
Dey.
Withdrawal.
Na sharp.
Odds with a boss brain. 100 million casino jackpots.
You choke.
Omo, your life fit change with iLotBet o. Bonus boku when you sign up. And iLotBet iBot AI dey to help you for predictions matter 247.
No dolo.
Sharply download the iLotBet app now or visit www.ilotbet.com. If you snooze, you lose. I play, I win. iLotBet. For 18 years and above, play responsibly.
Little body, big moves. Little brain,
big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need, natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Diola.
I just want to say that I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Hello, Daddy. I just want to say again that I love you and I like that we look alike. Hello, Auntie.
Hi, Diola.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How's family? I hope everyone is good. My regards to everyone.
I will, my dear.
Whoa. Diola, this is the third time you're calling me. How much airtime do you need?
Airtime care? When I have Glow Talk Master, I'm basically getting 6 minutes free talk time for every 6 minutes call I make every day, plus 50 MB data bonus. And for new customers like me, I get additional 25 minutes talk time and 1 GB data welcome bonus. That's why I only make calls with my Glow line now.
Enjoy free 6 minutes plus 50 MB data on every 6 minutes call you make in a day on Glow Talk Master. And enjoy a one-time 2,000 Naira welcome bonus. That's a 25 minutes talk time and 1 GB worth of data. Get your Glow line and dial *606# to enjoy. Terms and conditions apply.
Glow Unlimited.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that! My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had yours?
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 Naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Play with as little as 500 Naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 Naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
Naija, turn the dial up right this way. Let's get real, let's get vibey, let's get a refreshing Coca-Cola. But wait, not just any Coke, a Coke with your name on it. That's right, Cherry Coke is here. Now you can look for your nicknames, names of your day ones, your Odoku, that's Idon, and your OG. It's a simple way to connect and show you care. Whether it's a quiet moment alone with bae, or you're sharing a laugh with the squad. It's your vibe, your Coke. Don't sleep on this. Every Coke tells a story. Find that name and tell us, who will you share a Coke with?
Okay, let's do some value jet math. Take one dependable airline with a reputation for reliability. Add 2 exciting West African destinations, Accra and Banjul. Multiply by countless cultural experiences and breathtaking views. Divide by the consistent service ValueJet is known for. And what's your answer? The right formula for your next trip.
ValueJet connects you to West Africa with new routes to Accra and Banjul. Whether it's a business trip, bagging a degree, or a dream vacation, ValueJet will take you there. Book your journey on www.flyvaluejet.com.
Always ready.
ValueJet. Wings for everyone.
Wetin happen? Omo, every time I do small transaction, they don't slam me with original extra charges, SMS alert, bank transfer, even bill payment slave. They know they pity person at all. You never hear say with Smart Cash, you fit send money go another bank, pay your bills, and receive SMS alert all for free. For free? Yes, now for free. Then go even pay you 15% interest per annum on top your savings. Hey, cut so for me now. So you can join Smart Cash. Dial *939# or download the Smart Cash app today to begin enjoy 0 extra charges on all transactions. Smart Cash, money matter na sense. Smart Cash na by Airtel.
There is something about good news. You can't keep it to yourself.
Guys, it has finally happened.
There is something about joy. You can't keep it to yourself. And there is something about the rich taste of Lipton. You can't keep it to yourself.
When you get something you enjoy, you share. Lipton Yellow Label. Tea so good, you want to share.
Children, I just came back from work and you're already shouting, Mommy, food. Who will cook now?
Mommy, no wahala. Just use Chow Deck.
Chow what?
Chow Deck, dear. The app that delivers food, groceries, and everything we need. Fast, reliable, and stress-free. I use it all the time.
But is it affordable?
Very. Right now, rice and chicken from the place is just 1,500 naira with free delivery. And Chicken Republic's rice and chicken with free coleslaw, only 2,600 naira. Tell me that's not a woof.
Mommy, please, download it now.
Download Chow Deck today with Deliver Happiness. Download the app now at www.chowdeck.com.
Chow Deck delivery.
Wow, Chow Deck is so fast.
Hey, madam, please, where can I buy soya oil?
You know there is soya oil, and then there is Devon King's soya oil, which is very, very, very soya.
I just wanted to hurry and buy soya oil to cook for my family.
Aha! For those your fine family, they will like Devon King's soya oil. It is very, very soya.
Okay. Oh yeah, give me the Devon King soya oil. That's very, very soya.
Introducing the new Devon King's Soya Vegetable Oil from Devon King's, our trusted family brand. Available in stores nationwide.
The voices that speaks the truth. Live from the heart of the conversation.
I think there's nothing that has strained our nerves like this concept of unity.
The politicians who are pushing out this narrative, they are not tribalistic, but they are making you tribalistic.
Nigerians have expressed outrage over the certificate forgery by Nigeria's Minister of Science and Technology.
Same-sex marriage. Church of Nigeria rejects election of new Archbishop of Canterbury.
That the people that are killed in the Boko Haram or terrorism across this country are only Christians. That is unfair.
We are complaining. Election will come. We will still collect 1,000 naira and still pay for the same people.
Gas was to be sold by Dangote at 800 naira. It's all these gas dealers that block it.
Match your actions or match what you are saying with reality.
Stay with us. More coming up on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Something about hunger, it can embarrass you. Yes, in all your steez, it will get you down, and soon enough you start seeing stars. Now, 1 minute you are forming, everywhere is good. Before you know, glucose is finishing in your body, and you don't know how you're going to replace it. You start thinking of the journey to the market, the traffic you meet along the way, the long queues, trekking and all that, wherever it is you're going to go and get food. It is always a mess. Me, I'm not on that train anymore. You know why? It's because Chow Deck has me covered. Chow Deck is not just about food delivery. You get to buy pepper, tomatoes, onions, even Panadol. Yes, food materials as well as food. Chow Deck will deliver straight to your doorstep. The thing I respect about them is that they are fast and reliable. No excuses, no delays, no something happened along the way, they move. No. You order, they show up. Simple as that. It's affordable too. So just download the Chow Deck app today. And right now, smoky jollof rice and chicken from the place is going for 1,500 naira, and it is going with free delivery. And of course, Chicken Republic is also offering rice and chicken with free coleslaw. It's going for only 2,600 naira rather, and that is the awoof that purges belly. No, it doesn't purge belly. Actually, it keeps you in check, because you know that these kind of deals are not found anywhere else. And beyond the deals, it's the consistency about Chow Deck. Every order is fresh. Every delivery is absolutely smooth. And it just makes your life easier. Whether you're a student in a hostel, a mechanic at his work store, or somebody at home or a 9 to 5 hustler, just like me, Chowdeck is your plug. So, my people, if you are serious about dealing with hunger, sharp, on demand, then you should be doing nothing else other than downloading the Chowdeck app in your app store, or just going to the website at www.chowdeck and getting them to deliver happiness straight to your doorstep. I said happiness. I didn't say food, right? Happiness. Trust me, once you start using Chowdeck, you will join the rest of us shouting, Chowdeck, Lee! Because they don't just deliver food, they deliver happiness. Now, do you think a degree guarantees you a good job? Well, in marginalized areas of Nigeria, 74% of women with bachelor's degrees still earn below minimum wage. Now, if you think having a phone and internet means equal opportunity, well, the truth is job seekers in these underserved communities spend an average of 400 naira every single day just to stay online. Do you think job platforms get to everyone? Then why is it that more than half of persons with disabilities have never even heard of a job, assessment platform? These are real barriers standing in the way of thousands of talented Nigerians and fair work. Jobberman Nigeria's new report, in partnership with MasterCard Foundation, Technology and Employment Inclusion in Marginalized Contexts, reveals what job search truly looks like in underserved communities and why change is absolutely urgent. To download the full report, go to the website. It's at jobberman.com/research. That is jobberman.com/research. In a world where change is constant, visionary leadership is the key to long-term success. Join directors, business and government leaders, change makers themselves, and policy shapers at the Chartered Institute of Directors Nigeria 2025, the annual Directors Conference. The theme this year is Leading Through Change, Building Sustainable and Inclusive Enterprises. The date is October the 22nd and the 23rd, 2025. The venue is the Abuja Continental Hotel. Time 10 a.m. daily. Expect powerful keynote speeches, dynamic panel sessions, and unmatched networking opportunities. Reserve your seat by going to the website at www.ciodnigeria, one word, .org. That is ciodnigeria.org. I'll take that again, ciodnigeria.org. CIOD Nigeria, excellence, governance, impact.
Nigeria's biggest decisions start with the hardest questions, and I'm asking them on Hard Facts 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We're back, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Hard Facts. We're still looking at, of course, the issue of the Electoral Act being amended right now. And Okweyemi Bamidele, I beg your pardon, has come out to say that, all of these amendments would come to an end in December. But how many of us are interested in, are following, are pushing for, or even understand what the amendments are and how it might affect our elections? come 2027. They want to, the aim of the National Assembly is to finalize this amendment by December. The proposals are a little ambitious. I mean, for example, they are lifting ID barriers. That could pose a problem one way or the other if it's not properly policed. Fraud can also be introduced into it. Mandatory result transmissions, tougher penalties, not necessarily ambitious for me. But every fix carries a new risk. Most importantly, the power lies with you. But how many of us understand, realize, or even are interested in how important this is to us? There's still time though. But with what we're seeing, with the crisscrossing and the cross-capiting and all the drama that's happening, that looks like everything just centers around the people in government and nothing is about us. Who's to say that these amendments would favor us if we, the people, do not participate? 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Join the conversation. King Innocent Azikwe Okoro here on Facebook Live says, for electoral reforms, I suggest that we involve blockchain technology in election coalition and announcement of results. For transparency, blockchain uses smart contracts to store data and can't be falsified. It's the new kid in Web3 technology. It's used in DeFi and other projects that need transparency. Well, Innocent, where were you when, proposals were being asked for while these amendments were ongoing? Hello.
William, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
My name is Robert. 2 days ago, Natasha brought an issue. Very nice issue about our guests that are doing abroad. This man opposite, you understand? So when he's telling you they will do something, you see, these people, let me tell you, they know what to do. But they have, when you say see finish, these people have seen Nigeria finish.
Well, whose fault is it? Well, whose fault is it? Because you see, you expect that your lawmaker will know everything that you want. If you don't tell them and push for it, when you know, according to you, that you see finish.
Wait, Miriam, you mean that it is we Nigeria that we tell those that the National Assembly about an electoral reform. They don't know
they're supposed to think they're supposed to think for all of their constituents, knowing hopefully by magic that this is what you want. Wow.
So Miriam, a point I'm trying to tell you now is that they will just throw something to us for us to discuss. Because most of them, the system that brought
nobody's
them,
throwing anything for you to discuss. You're supposed to be actively involved in the Electoral Act amendment, because whatever comes out of it affects you on election day. Robert, you're still making excuses?
You don't get my point, too.
Okay.
You were here when Akpabio, somebody said he do something for, and the person is a person. So do you think these people now will now amend the electoral law? See, most of them want to come back again. Is that what you are telling me in America, that they will do this thing?
Okay, Robert.
What I'm telling you that they know what to do, but they will not do it.
Okay. And what is our job? Because you see, it's like saying that they will not do it, so we'll just let them not do it. How about making them do it? Because they know that you're not going to do anything, so does it matter? But if it does matter to you, then you should make it as a point of duty to make them do it, because that's what they're there for. Hello.
Maryann.
Welcome.
I agree to Rapush, who is my name.
Go ahead, please.
I'm calling from Alimo. So, yeah, okay. Well, reform or no reform, I don't think that is our solution. That is not our problem.
Sorry, it's not your problem.
I don't think, because any reform, we've been talking on reform, doing reform. What are the one you used last time? Now we are amending. With these powers, allow it to breathe. Any reform that will not support, encourage, stand for credible, free and fair election. I mean, we are not fighting flesh and blood, but principalities and powers and high places. Let's copy the American system,
And do you think the Americans just go about their business and say let the lawmakers do whatever they like? Really?
Even the Western world. Yes, let's copy their system. It works it's all credible, free, and fair.
Okay, all right.
And not our solution.
And it's all crafted in the moon without the people, right? Thank you very much for calling. It's I'm looking for the nicest way to put it. It's how we absolve ourselves of any responsibility whatsoever and put it on those politicians. They're the ones who make up Nigeria, right? Not us. Yeah, I shudder at some of these responses. Sincerely. Anyway, let's read some messages because I don't have too much time. I've got to go, unfortunately. This one says, in the village, no POS is working. If banks can do it, okay, you say POSs are working. If banks can do it from federal government, why can't federal government do it? I think they can do better in terms of transmission of results. Great point, sir. This one says, except these moves by the camping party members is a Trojan horse, we are most likely heading to the worst possible situation in the country. Well, Teddy, I'm not talking about that now. I'm talking about electoral reforms. This one says, this is why I blame people when they say APC, this, APC, that. It's not about party, but about the people. Has PDP, Labour Party, and APC, where are they now? I'm sure that's what you're asking, Bayo. And somebody says, my people. I want us to think about these things. If you've not read about the reforms, go and read about them. Google it. It's for our own good. I've got to go, Lagos. On the other side, we'll talk about Enugu state politics, and of course, the essay to the governor will be joining us.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.